Hi, guys. Welcome to the podcast. Today is a banger, a doozy. You're going to experience and get a great understanding of the path leading towards and acquiring cosmic consciousness, Brahman, what we call Wu Ji as a Taoist, the primordial mother, the now moment, all the functions and processes that go through it. And through this whole episode, you will experience, as an experiencer, the energy potential of this dualistic expression of now. When you return, the path of no return is the primordial mother. Make sure that you stay to the very end as we go through an experience of experiencers, the experiential moment of now that will reveal everything to you. Enjoy the podcast. Communion resolves from thought to nothing. Void is the very seed of your knowing of the primordial mother. Breathe in, breathe out, and everything will be revealed. Welcome to the consciousness of the way. My divine delectable co-host, High Priestess Jade.
Howdy doody.
Sorry to break that very symbiotic experience that you were receiving. Not that it goes anywhere other than is now.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, this is a very currency that we know as being the truth to all things. The energetic potential. And how we absorb the riches that is the primordial mother. Furthermore, this brings us to what this podcast is all about. The currency of this reality. Frequentially, vibratory, now.
Mm-hmm. You forgot to introduce
Resonance,
yourself.
baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, you forgot to you were so immersed in it. I felt it. You forgot to introduce yourself.
And I am your humble servant, An Sifu, the disco master. Taoist master San Qing, your humble servant. What we have now is a problem, Houston. Because that's all it takes to enter the power of your remembering who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of those experiential moments, one of those moments right now that this whole episode, this whole podcast will be framed around the experience. Not that everything that we do is not a self-realized experience, but furthermore, just by hooking into that respiration for that few fleeting seconds that are transitory, that are impermanent, that are passing, you're already present. And that my voice, my cadence, my amplitude will present itself in your physicality. The somatic response, the visceral response that you receive right now. And it will come in that form. First is the simplicity of remembering the two entry three entry and exit points that are far more common to most people. Is the Bai Hui, the Lao Gong points, hands and feet. These are self-evident because they are much easier to attune to due to the physiological neural network, which makes it very quickly a self-evidence-based tuning fork. And so by using these very easy entry and exit points, you can start to become familiar with this primordial mother. And, furthermore, as you go through the cycle as a Taoist seeker, this heady intellect thought process will diminish as you start to realize you go from thinking, which is not knowing, and feeling, which is being, which is all-knowing. And that is the currency that we speak of in this frequency. Oh yeah, baby. And so furthermore, as you just take a moment and focus on the respiration. That's it. Oh, yes. Let me see. Let's have a psychic moment now. Now what's going on is you're starting to feel this oscillating, visceral connection with your hands. How does he know that? What's going on? That's why they call me the Jifu. And by doing that, it will start to gather more as my frequency will attune to your necessity to return to whole, return to the center. And because the framework of this reality, the energetic potential, is already realized, we must just reveal it. We must just return to it. We must just remember, because everything is already created. The old expression, you cannot create or destroy this frequency, this currency, and that is the energetic potential. That is the currency of this, what we consider within Taoism the center point of the yin and yang, the very polarizing effects of duality, and ultimately leading you to the primordial mother, which is the unity. There is no separation. There is no up and down, in and out, left and right, good and bad. You are whole, you return. And from that primordial cloth of perfection, you can create any variable that you choose as you become one, more familiar, the singular that is questionable within physics as an identifier of what is the unified field, entanglement, 0 point, primordial, Qi, God, Buddha, Tao. It will present itself from a Taoist perspective in the form of manifestation, magic, and healing. These are just 3 observations of that now moment that will be generated by you through that knowing. As you become and realize and remember who you are, the mother, the primordial mother, that perfection will be the currency that you are as the now. That means that you will experience it instantaneously You are the maestro, as we spoke on many times before, the maestro, master, the keeper of your reality. So, having no place, person, or thing, your origins are everything and nothing. As furthermore we reflect on the bellows, which is the understanding of the contracting and expanding of this frequency. It's now. And so there goes this intellectual separation, bilocation of yourself, even considering the dismissal of observer, which again removes you from the now moment. Because if you are the mother, your thoughts, as it is attached to the primordial now moment, means that that generates anything and everything that it is focused on, attention, intention. Meaning that when you are the now moment and a thought it presents itself, you focus your attention, intention, that heat that's starting to rise from your back, it's oscillating in your lower back area. That's what I'm talking about. And so what really happens is we are already now unified, connected. We are one. That was entered with the communion that we all took that communion with a few fleeting moments through the respiration and the power of that incantation that was the entry of this podcast. Jeffu, that's some crazy shit. And yes, you can feel it. You're welcome. Because this is really the evidence that is necessary for you to solidify your own knowing. As a Gnostic path of realization that we repeat, and we constantly remind the seeker to become the knower, is this romantic simplicity, this affinity, this oscillating, symbiotic now moment. Because this, in of itself, in definition, symbiosis, in of itself, is we are both working with the same stream of that same cloth, and we are operating from that, which would in turn redefine most of the people's or the attention seekers within social sphere of the interweb as this is how you create manifestation. Understand that when you sit at the table of spiritual consciousness, you say tomato, I say tomato. It's all the same stream. You're at one end, I'm at the other. We're at this table experiencing the now moment, and it's the first person or all persons or no persons that come to that realization that then command the maestro moment where their attention, intention bears the fruit from this currency that comes in the form of manifestation, magic, and healing. And it cannot be more realized, it can be more self-evident than in that energetic potential. And so, by creating this communion that we all entered into at the beginning of this podcast, this is showing evidence as I continue to speak this truth, your truth, the only truth, the absolute truth to your realization, your self-realization of knowing, is that currency of energy potential. Yeah, baby.
And what do you, I feel like there's such a difference between people over analyzing or intellectualizing, I guess, the concepts and the method and the application of it, that they're so focused on, okay, I have to breathe this many times and I have to hold it for this and I have to, stand on one leg and be in the lotus position and the wind has to blow exactly at 45 degrees, that attention pulls them away from actually experiencing it and being in that now moment. So how do you go from, say, using a tool, a technique, a method, and not focusing so much on that you lose the experience of what it's supposed to deliver?
Amen to that, my divine priestess. Divinity is self-evident. Divinity is the reality. Everything else is an obscure offering of distortion, as my dear friend Martin would say, the Buddhist monk. Dukkha, baby. And furthermore, that's part of the human condition, is to be trapped in the wheel of constant inquiry and desire and never acquire the now. So it to be very clear on the construct of what I'm speaking of, there is a transfer and a transition, a moment where many ancient practices, we call it the Wu Ji within Taoism, that is the primordial mother, the center point, the stillness, yeah, baby, the void from where everything comes, everything that is created, that chill you got right now, comes from there. And so that simplicity is realized with this very moment. And so when you are seeking and you keep seeking and you keep acquiring and seeking and acquiring and seeking and acquiring, which is the general consensus of most spiritual walkers today, you will be forever in this dualistic, polarizing effect of the cause and effect that people summate or submise or define as this, a paradox, this paradigm that we call electromagnetism. You will just always be within that. Now, the decipher, the code that gives you the answer to all things, is a universal understanding. We call it the bat signal, which would be more commonly known as yin and yang. Yeah, baby. And so when you see that, the answers all lie within. Jiffer, what does that mean? It's time to be your Sherlock to your Watson. These very simplistic crumbs give you an elementary result, my dear Watson. That reflection that comes within you comes from this currency. And so by getting the sample that you got now, and you're embodying it as we speak, as you listen to the verbal, the linguistic, the very words that are spoken from this vehicle, you are experiencing visceral response. It comes in that form, visceral, kinesthetic, somatic, and it's gathering. So as you realize, because it's already happened. You're feeling the gathering of this energy in these extremities that I spoke of earlier in the podcast. Holy shit, Jeffu. This is really happening. You're welcome. And the whole purpose of it is that this now moment is the very entry to. And you maintain that frequency, the frequential currency of now. And so by doing that, you keep validating the state that you're in. Because that's the only thing that keeps you on the path, in the return, in the knowing, instead of the distraction of the dukkha, which is forever a fleeting, oscillating event. And there's nothing wrong with that. But furthermore, if you are a Taoist seeker, you are on the path of your Sherlock crumb realization. And you will find it. If you hang out with us, you're going to find it, and you find it now. And by experiencing it, gives you the evidence. We're going to explore the frequency. We're going to explore, vibratory, frequential resonance. That's what you're going to get a scoop of, a dose of, as the Oliver Twist of this story. May I have some more, sir? You want more, boy? Oh, damn straight I do. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yeah, I think it's so powerful too. I feel like that self-realization, I heard somewhere, I couldn't even tell you what it was right now, but it was like the biggest superpower that you could have is realizing who you are, quote or something. And just understanding that and really being able to master yourself is what I would consider any human's purpose. And I feel like being in that now moment is that, crazy person running around when the house is on fire, freaking out, and they get slapped across the face and they go, oh, okay, focus, I'm here. And it's like, we need those occasional slaps to remind us, okay, what am I doing? What am I here for? Why am I at this point? And, am I going the right direction? Do I need to pivot? Do I need to slow down? Do I need to go a little faster? Let's evaluate this now moment and have that be the focus.
And this is the path of the Taoist seeker stroke Sherlock to your story, to your self-evident realization. So as a Taoist, it's quite simple. It starts with the physical body, energetic body, spiritual body, sun body, earth body, moon body, oneness body, ultimate body, and then being with all things. This is ascension. This is realization. This is the highest form of knowing that is never ending. That knowing will present itself in the now moment. And so with many indigenous practices, there's a level of ascension, Brahman, cosmic consciousness. They define it in these terms, just as I shared with you a level of an ascension. Method to the madness, I do believe and still support and suggest and offer that is a very clear path of realization when you are using these methods to be self-evident, to be self-sufficient, to be self-realized.
Yeah.
This is so much of a support and a basically fortified realization. So Brahman, cosmic consciousness, being is what we speak of, this being resonance, this frequency. There is a transfer and a path where you become completely detached of all things. But Jifa, what the hell are you saying? When I look at reality through this self-realized cultivation of this vehicle, by switching on my sensory perception, by developing these skills through the Taoist alchemy process, and alchemizing these sensory perceptions, there is a point where there is no return. But Jiffa, what? The whole point is to return, to remember. Yeah, baby. Remember, the way to walk is not the way. The name that is named is not the name. Tao is both named and nameless. Yeah, baby, that charge, booyah. When you do that, Jifu, I get chills. What's going on? You're welcome. This is the self-evidence that is necessary. Our communion right now. Jade, myself, the primordial mother. You, the audience. It's being realized and validated as we speak, real time, real talk, baby. And so by doing that, this detachment that I speak of is a point of no return. That makes absolutely no sense, Jifu. What the f*** are you talking about? You are screwing with my head times 10. Let me explain. Okay. So you have this passage, this path. We call it the Taoist rites. And through that path, you will acquire this wholeness where there is no separation. And by doing that, the self-realized evidence is when you remember, you no longer have to return. Oh, Jifu, I'm Watson picking up your Sherlock. Damn straight you are. Mic drop.
Yeah.
And so there is a point where just as you look up into the night sky, complete and utter representation of divinity in the form of all things cosmically realized through these gems of the universe in the forms of constellations, in the forms of planets. Your symbiotic relationship with these self-evident beauties draw your intention to the night sky. This is a form of what we would consider as yin. Now,
I was going to say, just you talking about that shift of energy that we've already created since the beginning. I mean, I just instantly felt it.
I know, I had you at hello. And so when you realize this, and as we speak of the bellows, the contracting and expanding, the center point between the breath in and the breath out is the primordial mother. This then brings you to self-evidence through what we call absorbing the riches by stilling that moment, by pausing, by being between breath in and breath out, gathering that chi is your knowing. And you will experience that through this visceral response, which is where I keep speaking and you keep receiving another chill.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we speak of. Now, as you develop this sensory perception to return, to be whole, to be beyond the return, you will be absent. You will be detached from all things limited by this currency of electromagnetism.
Mm.
What? My head's getting screwed in every direction, Jafu. There is a path that you walk through that brings you from start to finish, to completion, to acceptance, to now. Where when that's realized, everything is the mother. You eat, you sleep, you have sex, you have good times, you have bad times. You drive down the street, you run across a park, you pat your dog, you hug your loved ones. Everything is the primordial mother.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is that communion. Because you are no longer separate. You have remembered and returned to no return, pass through that void moment, the gateway, where you're not bothered by anything. Everything nourishes you, and you can now literally, like choices, because in so many ways we define spiritual consciousness as having choices.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, baby. That you can literally go, you know what? I'm angry. I'm going to be angry. And in the same breath as the inner workings of the power of Nigong, you're able to operate in every frequency at once because you are all things and nothing at once. Shit, Jifu, this is superhuman, like Marvel shit. You damn straight it is. Mm-hmm. Because that point of no return is that now moment. And so, what will be examples of this experience? Please do tell, Jujada.
Stop it. We were talking about this the other day, and it was actually a really good one. I always think of the analogy of like the internet. And so the internet being all things, the primordial mother, and everyone, each individual is like their own computer, tapping in, searching for whatever is necessary. And when you, like you said, return, fall back in, you are the whole internet. You're no longer this little computer typing in a little perspective of, ooh, I want to Google, the largest ocean today. It's you're the internet. You're everything. You just go, largest ocean. Yeah, I know that. You know what I mean? You're no longer trying to take whatever you want to know, run it through the stream of consciousness into whatever this is to figure it out. The quantum, the mother, source, 0 point energy, however you want to define it, many different terms. You just are everything. So just how you always mention, you've gone from the dialogue to the monologue. You're no longer asking, can you show me this? Can I manifest this? Can I heal this? You are. You're everything. You think it happens.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Woo, I got
Elementary.
one.
I must say I am quite fond of the old RDJ and his representation of Sherlock being one of my favorite childhood mystery seekers and finders of all things unsolved.
Yeah. I think he resonates with so many.
He is a seed to the creation of your imagination. And that is so self-realized, and that inquiry creates that desire and excitement.
It does.
And so what's really powerful with what Jade is sharing with you, the audience, is that is very effective in the analogy she gave you, because you become detached. So my lens, my eyes move in every frequency at once. My tuning fork, my barometer is the physical flesh, the neurology that will bear the fruit of the evidence of potential, as my attention intention churns away and transmutes perfection. So let me repeat that for you. So as you continually attune the energy potential, the constant cultivation and method that you find that will bring you to that Wu-Ji will present itself, so that from a Taoist system, you have dantians, these are energy centers, the elixir field. They generate through the sequence of merging and alchemizing all the elements that are within the Taoist alchemy system. You will synchronize these, and they will present themselves as whole. And when that happens, it's like the Shazam moment, where everything merges. And so you're no longer going, I am the spiritual teacher, I am the light worker, I am the massage therapist, I am the journalist, I am a janitor, I am a construction worker, I am a judge, I am a police officer, I am the sandwich lady. You are everything. And it will present itself, because your maestro moment, you maestro everything. Imagine, what's a great one? Imagine a spider web. And once a fly enters that spider web and is attached to it, it becomes one with the web. It can no longer exit. This is very much in line with what Jade said. You are the internet. You are the interweb. And so there is no longer thought. Everything in this frequency is feeling. And so the thought would insinuate or assume that intellect from the design of psychology is for you to separate yourself. That you actually, all this thought process is in your brain, between your ears, attached to your spinal column, attached to your nervous system. Thought is the primordial mother. Oh, yeah, baby. And so when you accept and allow all things as is, you go past the return, you go past go, you collect your $200 and never to go back, to always always be in that place of no return. And furthermore, this would present itself from a conscious creator perspective. If you are in a state of, I channel the Palladians, I have this alien telling me this, I'm looking for the next spiritual embodiment, I'm the light worker, I'm the psychic, the medium, the channeler. These are all incredibly profound moments of realization, but they are limited by a belief system. But you teach people that stuff. Are you full of shit? There is a processes to your own self-realized Sherlock and Watson.
Yeah.
And by taking the path in the hand of the Tao, the primordial mother, whether it's through the teaching of Jade and myself, through this lens of lineage and mystery and mysticism and esoteric practices, through the gathering and absorbing of the riches of the Taoist ancient knowing, you will find it. Whether it will come in that form, I like to present it to you very simply as Big Trouble in Little China meets the Last Airbender. They have a baby and you are realized. Now, this is furthermore the intrigue and the excitement that has always generated my desire for imagination, for creativity. This has been the seed of my very knowing from my earliest conscious years as a child. Imagination is the gateway. Your mission, if you choose to accept an Ethan Hawke, is to follow your path, your Gnostic knowing, your Tao, to then be realized as you are the Indy looking for the Ark, and you will find that through your own realization. And this is where methods are so valuable for anyone that is consciously seeking it. And there will be a detachment, there will be a point of no return that brings you to that self-realization that everything is now. And that is shown to you through the energetic potential. That's why we constantly remind you the power of this sensory perception and why people gravitate to the power and alchemy of the Tao.
Yeah, I think it's so powerful. It just makes me think, and I'm having these epiphanies, of course. I was just talking to my son, and I was telling him, and he was going, why are you telling me this? Or like, why do I have to do this? And I said, I want you, I'm explaining this to you because I've already made the mistakes of this. And I'm explaining it to you so you can take my wisdom of making those mistakes and apply it without having to go through it. I.e., you don't have to burn your finger on the fire to realize it's hot. I can tell you and explain to you, fire is hot. You don't have to, run.
You can experience it.
You can experience
the
it.
most potent thing is to experience it, not from burning your finger, but to feel the heat.
Right, exactly. But he doesn't have to if I've already, made that experience, done that experience, created that, and I can explain to him and he can go through it without having to go, okay, if I run a knife across my hand, I'm going to cut myself. He doesn't have to do that. I can give him the guidance and give him the kind of construct to help guide him. And I feel like that's where this Taoist method comes into effect. Many people don't use the method and they still get to the same place where they want to go, going through their own experience. And then a lot of people enjoy the method because they don't have to I don't want to say make the mistakes, but do all of the other outside things that led to this point that were done thousands of years ago. You just follow the path. The path has been created for you. It's already there. Many people will choose to take it. Others would like to, it's like, I have the map for you. If you want to go into the forest and figure it out on your own, you're more than welcome to. But if you want the map to go, okay, I turn right here, go left here, go over here, it's already laid out. And returning back to the mother and having her create that guidance for you as if, in parallel, a parent guiding their child, teaching their child, sharing with them the wisdom of their life experience through it, I think is really amazing.
And that's where we get to the flow, baby. So the point of no return is that now moment. The flow is the effortless action, effortless effort that does not reside within the physicality. The nonsensical nonsense of the myriad of manifesting teachers that absolutely demand that you must put in action to get and bear the fruit of manifestation is a straight up fucking lie. But you must walk the path. You must acquire the crumbs. You must identify and absorb those riches. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. You know what I'm talking about. And so there's nothing more of a powerful decipher than the Taoist path. Yes, I am a fanboy. Yes, I am a Taoist priest. Yet I got the receipts up in here. I got the tea, as you would put it, within the social sphere of the interweb of all things.
Trendy.
Yeah, I don't know what's trending or not. So let's talk about this being state, which is the primordial mother, the Wu Ji, which furthermore refers to the Wu Wei, which literally means that you are serendipitous, synchronistic in every action, every thought, every feeling returns to that. So let me give you the very power of what I speak of, which comes in the form of an incantation that you are now able to embody, which furthermore will take you on the experiential moment we are about to give you as you are building to that precipice, as you feel the gathering and the absorbing of those riches through your tuning fork, through your physicality. You can feel it. This is the truth. Are you ready? You are the physical, energetic, and spiritual manifestation of divine word, will, light, love of the Tao. Nothing may pass through, enter, or reside in this present moment that is not of divine word, will, light, love of the Tao, which is the breath in and the breath out, which is this Wu Ji, the reflection of all things, is this now moment. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Now I'm going to give you a little psychic moment as you immerse in that respiration that is not just symbolic, but is the definition of all things. You are experiencing the weight, you're experiencing the visceral, energetic potential. And as I continue to speak, as we are in communion, as that now moment, you are seeing more evidence of it. The weight and energy in your hands, the weight and energy in your face, the weight and energy in your feet, the very expansive feeling that comes with my very spoken word. Oh yeah, baby. Right here, right now, is all there is. You are the amber of the cigarette. And through this next processes, as you are open, eyes open or closed, as you are the present moment, sitting with my very words, follow my lead and be realized. We will go through a 9-step processes right now that will show you the very evidence of your own alchemy, the power you have within you, the perfection, the condensing, the hardness of the diamond that is revealed as a primordial now. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Yeah, baby. I'm now going to count even deeper on the inhale, even deeper on the hold, even deeper on the exhale. Follow my lead. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Yeah, baby. As you notice, without any further ado, you are already alchemizing this present moment. The primordial mother presenting it as now through that vehicle. The gathering of the energy is all there is. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. This is what we call as chi packing. Let's continue this cycle as you continue to absorb and gather the riches. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Yes, that's right. The density, the clarity, the Wu-Ji. Nothing in the mind, nothing in the body, just the now. The energy potential gathering, oscillating, expanding. You are all things and nothing at the same time. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. For all those exhibiting limitation, realize you are abundant, timeless, endless, limitless, infinite. When you draw into the lung, into the metal, into the center point, you are gathering to exhibit the physicality. The lung in of itself, if rolled out, is as long as 2 football fields. So for you to exhibit limitations is nothing more than a belief. The evidence is in the knowing of the now moment, the experience. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oh yeah, baby. As your hands feel dense, as your feet feel dense, as your head feels dense, this is an exhibit of the gathering, an exhibit of the now moment, a self-evidence realization of how powerful you really are. For the efficiency of what we call space-time, I will condense the last 4 cycles into this last one. As you are able to, as an alchemist, to alchemize anything at will, if you choose to. So by multiplying to the 1, to the 2, to the 3, to the 4, as I say that and you feel the weight of that within your physical body, is more self-evidence. Oh yeah, baby. And with that, we gather this final drawer to alchemize this incredible gift that is now. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oh, yes, we have commune as one, as the now moment, the primordial mother. And being seamless and limitless, abundant, timeless, endless, as I breathe, you feel the drawer, you feel the energy within you. As I breathe again, oh my goodness, Jifu, I can feel the chill of the drawer, the expansion of the heat. And you're welcome. This is how powerful we are now. Holy moly. Oh yes, and as I exhale harder, that vibratory chill intensifies. Oh yeah. Jifu, you're scaring me that you can see this and know what is going on. This is part of self-mastery. And with that, your attention intention as the maestro, as the mother, instantly the now moment creates manifestation, magic, healing. And with your own breath, you create what we call the amber effect, the amber of a cigarette effect that you are feeling through your physicality. Stay with that. This is your first example, your first exercise of your own power of cultivation. If you hear my voice in a distance, or you are even present right now, eyes closed or open, as you feel the physical results of this gathering, on your return to no return is the power of what we speak of. Sit with that. Be with that now. Let your breath explore the incredible potential of that energy. And return to the now moment at your own pace. Furthermore, I'll thank my co-host, and I am your humble servant and Sifu Taoist Master San Qing, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.